Am I audible?
Yes, Ujjwal, you can start.
To boost my self confidence and to appreciate myself, I suggest myself in isolation on daily basis 108 times that I am my favorite, I am my favorite, I am my favorite, and so on. But the reality is when we are a part of a community, society, formal forums, meetings, and even when we are interacting in a group, in a neighborhood park, or with a bunch of friends, colleagues, and even at home, we are mostly evaluated for our preparedness and intelligence, and that too based on our words that we choose to speak and how we perform. But someone like maybe like me who likes to have sweets and chocolates every single day and time, but might not be ready to have a bitter gourd even a single day or a time. So, in my opinion, I leave it to the mentor or the teacher to appreciate me in public and critiques me in private. So, we'll be waiting for personal, your personal DM to me. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Ujjwal, and I will be a sergeant at arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the meeting of the Toastmasters Masters Clubs of Storytellers and Leaders Connect Toastmasters. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention three ground rules we follow in our Toastmasters meeting. As Toastmasters, we either refrain or remain sensitive while we talk about sex, religion, and politics. Keep your videos on to gain the most of the time you are investing here and keep your mobile phone on switched off or silent mode. Please do not cross talk and keep yourself on mute if you are not speaking. Speak only when you are in a spotlight and raise your hands to speak. As everybody in the life has a mission to achieve their goals, likewise, Toastmaster clubs also have a mission. The mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communications and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I announce this meeting as open and hand over the stage to presiding officer Toastmaster Mohit. Over to you, Mohit sir.
Huge round of applause for Ujjwal. What a fantastic opening to this meeting. Hello, everyone. Good morning to all of you. It is said that whatever you are doing right now is preparing you for a time that's yet to come. Whatever you're doing right now is preparing you for a time that's yet to come. And why are we all here? We are here on this Sunday morning, week after week. Why? To improve our communication and leadership skills, right? You can add cherry to this cake by coming forward and standing and speaking in front of an audience from the stage. The more you come on the stage, the more you will get closer to your dream of becoming a better speaker and a better leader. And today I'm happy to announce that a lot of us are already doing that. And there's a lot of opportunity that Toastmasters itself provides us in doing so. Diptendu attended the Pen to Podium session yesterday, which happened at Greater Kailash in Delhi. And he attended and met up with the leaders from not only India, but also from Nepal. So he spoke in front of an audience where there were expert speakers and gathered gold in the form of feedback. Also, Toastmaster Mehek attended the session and experienced the panel discussion with expert speakers and leaders from Toastmasters International. So I urge you all to come forward and take up the roles, be on the stage, and see yourself do things that you never yourself thought possible. So with that, let's take the meeting forward, and I would like to introduce some of the guests who are present here today with us. Let's have a quick introduction from the guests. See that Shravanti, you are joining for the first time. Would you like to introduce yourself to the group?
Certainly. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, wherever you are. My name is Shravanti Valampati. I have been a Toastmaster for about 12 years, coming up on 12 next month. 12 years now. I am from District 10 in Northeast Ohio in the United States. I'm a past district director, currently just serving my district in various capacities. I'm a member of, I have to say proudly, 6 President's Distinguished Clubs, and some in my district, a couple outside of my district, and I'm super excited. It's in the middle of the night for me, so I'm staying off camera. I'm already in bed, but I wanted to visit every once in a while. I get an opportunity, I hop onto meetings and get a better experience and learn from all of you. I look forward to it.
Wonderful. A huge round of applause for Shravanti. Thank you for joining in. It's great to see people like you continue on their leadership journey despite having achieved so much. It's a lesson for all of us to learn. Thank you. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the meeting. Manan is also here with us. Manan, you joining for the first time. Quick intro from you.
Sure. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit. So, hey everybody, this is Manan Sharma. I have also been part of Toastmasters in the past. I was with Toastmaster for about 1.5 years, but then, and I also served as the president for my previous club. But as with everybody, life happens, and sometimes we have to let go of certain things that we enjoy the most. And this is something that happened with me. But now, so that I have a lot of things in place, I want to start my journey once again with Toastmasters. And I saw invite of having some open roles. So yeah, that's how I'm here, and I'm really looking forward to have a wonderful meeting with all of you today. Thank you so much.
Huge round of applause for Manan. Thank you, Manan, for sharing with us a little bit about you, and we hope you make your decision soon. All right. So is there anybody else who's joining for the first time who I missed calling out? Looks like those are all the guests we have today. Okay, great. Before we jump into the meeting, one quick announcement. We have our International Speech Contest club level happening on 2nd of Feb. That's a Sunday, 10:30 a.m. IST. So please prepare yourself for that. If you haven't yet submitted your pathway levels, then do so immediately, because like you all know, the eligibility for participating in the International Speech Contest is level 2 sub-completion. So please make sure you submit your levels. If you're nearly there, give your speeches so that you can participate. The more, the merrier. So with that, I would like to now hand over the stage to a very dynamic, very energetic, very charismatic person, Toastmaster Neetal Jain. She works with Deloitte and she's here as the moderator of the day. Over to you, Neetal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohit, for a wonderful introduction and a warm welcome to all of you. So today I'll be playing the role of a moderator. So we will not be having the usual theme as a TMOD, but as a moderator, as we have an expert session. So today, as we progress with our meeting, I would want to focus on the word unlocking curiosity. So we should be curious of what is coming up and what we want to achieve from this session. So curiosity, they say, is a compass that leads us to discovery. It's a driving force that makes us better speakers, better leaders, and better humans. So as we move through today's agenda, I encourage you to stay curious about the stories shared, the lessons learned, and most importantly, about each other. So for the benefit of the guest and the Toastmasters, I would want to introduce the typical format of a Toastmaster meeting. So today we have one expert session. I'll give an intro about it in some time. And then it would be followed by a prepared speech, a table topic session, and then evaluation. But it's a twist here. We will be having a fun session. And the session will be with Mohit Swani. It would be a boss on hot seat. So have you ever wondered what Mohit does in his everyday life? How he gets up, how he talks, or how he works, or where does he work, and how it inspires him to show up for every meeting. So today is your chance to ask all the quirky questions that you always wanted to ask about Mohit and get to know him and keep him on the spot. So I would request every one of you to ping any of the question you want to ask him in my private chat. I will collect all the questions, and then we will have a session at the end of table topics with Mohit. So I would welcome everyone to start posting questions, and I'll start collecting them. So that would be our fearless club president who nominated himself to be on the hot seat today. So before we start on the expert session, we will first introduce, I'll hand over the stage to the GE. She will be going through her team, TAC team, and the TAC team will also evaluate the expert session. So over to you, our general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Deepti.
Thank you, Neetal. Thank you so much. Well, it's always a pleasure to sit in a seat from where you can share areas of improvement and what's done well. You can praise in public and yes, look for improvements in private. But today I will not be able to do that alone. In fact, I'll never be able to do that alone because we have a lot of focus areas. And to me, I have 3 strong pillars with me. So let me introduce my pillars. The pillars will be playing roles of a timer, grammarian, and our counter. I'd first like to welcome our grammarian on the virtual podium to please unmute and share what is he going to do in the role of a grammarian. Our grammarian for today is Toastmaster Deepak. Please come on the podium.
I think Deepti, grammarian is me, Ravinder.
Okay, I'm sorry. So let me call on virtual podium, Ravinder. Toastmaster Ravinder, please come and introduce your role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepti. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I'm just going to share my screen. Please let me know once it's visible to you all. Okay. I hope screen is visible. Great. They say words are free, but how we use them to enrich our communication. Let's aim for richness in our speeches today. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listen carefully to their language usage, and I will take a note of any misuse of the English language as well as any outstanding words or quotes. And also it's my duty to introduce word of the day. And today's word of the day is indelible. Indelible means impossible to erase or forget. For example, joining Toastmaster to enhance my communication skill has left an indelible mark on my life. Or we can say, meeting the Indian Prime Minister is an indelible memory. And phrase of the day is beat the clock. Means to succeed in something before time up or on the time. Like every Sunday, we try to beat the clock and wrap up the meeting on time. Or every day, I try to beat the clock to reach the office on time. So I encourage everyone, all the speakers, to use word of the day and phrase of the day in your speeches. And I will present my report in the end of the meeting whenever I called my general evaluator, Toastmaster Dipti. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Dipti.
Thank you, Ravinder, and definitely apology for the faux pas. Nonetheless, let's hope with your report, we can actually create indelible impressions on each other. Right, let's not invite our timer for today, that is Toastmaster Deepak, on the virtual podium to please introduce his role. Toastmaster Deepak.
Good morning, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and very warm welcome to this extreme winter morning. It's extreme, so I can see Toastmaster Nital Jain. I'm a little jealous to you, Toastmaster Nital, because you are sitting on the half sleeve of t-shirt. I can feel because we have the extreme winter here. So, okay, timer. Time is more valuable than money. Lost money can be earned back, but lost time cannot be. And nothing can stop the flow of timing in our lives. So today I'm playing the role of timer, and as timer, I'll time the table topic, speaker, formal speech, and evaluation. I'll also alert the speaker from the time which they have left using the green, yellow, and red card. For the table topics, the limit should be 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll raise the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I'll raise the red card. For the prepared speech, the timing will be 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I'll raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I'll raise the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I'll raise the red cards. For the evaluation, the timing should be between 2 to 3 minutes. And at 2 minutes, I'll raise the green cards. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I'll raise the red cards. For the expert session, I yet to have the time limits, but I'll do the timing for that also. And I'll share my report by the end of this meeting once I call upon. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Dipti.
Thank you, Deepak. Thank you so much. Just a quick question. How would you want to alert? Will you require screen sharing rights, or will you change your background?
Sure. So I'll change my background. So I'm just give you the demo. It's like once I give the green cards, green lights, so it will be visible as background in green. The yellow colors will be like the yellow cards, and the red card will be the red lights. So this is all about the timer sides. Thank you, Toastmaster Dipti.
Awesome. Thank you, Deepak. So I request speakers, whoever is speaking, please pin the timer when you start speaking, whether it's a prepared speaker, the expert session, or the table topic speakers. Remember to pin the timer for today. And let's beat the clock. All right. Let me call upon our third strong pillar, which is none other than our counter, and that's being played by Toastmaster Mohit. Please come on the virtual podium and explain what are you going to do in the role today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepti. Hello, fellow Toastmasters and friends. The way we communicate ultimately determines the quality of our life. That is what Tony Robbins famously says. But imagine if it is full of ahs and ums and crutch words. So friends, today in my role as R counter, I will note the words and sounds that are used as crutch or pauses by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen to overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I'll also listen to filler sounds like ah, and I'll note when a speaker repeats a word such as I, or this means. And at the end of the meeting, I'll report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Now, I hope we all are able to improve the quality of our lives by improving the way we communicate. Back to you, Toastmaster Deepti.
Thank you, Mohit. Thank you for that crisp and clear summary of what you will be doing in your role. And I appreciate you for being able to sample or give us an example of how we should speak without pauses. So thank you. Let's hear from you in the evaluation section, in fact, from all three of us, and including my report. For now, let me hand over the virtual podium back to Neetal Jain, our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepti. So now we have an expert session that we are all waiting for. So before that, before I hand over the stage, a quick intro of Seema Gupta, who will be conducting the expert session. Seema is a passionate learner who believes that with clarity of mind, dedication, and a smile, one can achieve anything in life. Seema, a quick check on timing. It would be
15 to 18.
15 to 18 minutes. So timer, please note the timing. It would be 15 to 18 minutes. So 15 minutes, please show green. 17 yellow and 18 are red. So with this, I'll hand over the stage to Toastmaster Seema Gupta. A big applause for her.
Thank you so much. And let's everybody give a big round of applause for the moderator who has introduced me with such kind words. Thank you so much, Neetal. Now with this, let's get started, everyone. So I request everyone to turn on their videos because we are going to have a roller coaster ride. So are you all ready? So let's get started, everybody. And we are going to do first the focus building exercise. I believe some of you remember that. Let's do it together. It's how do we do it? Anyone remembers? Head, nose, chin, cheek, ear, neck, shoulder. Head, nose, chin, cheek, ear, neck, shoulder. Head, nose, chin, cheek, ear, neck, shoulder. Then from the left, head, nose, chin, cheek, ear, neck, shoulder. Head, nose, chin, cheek, ear, neck, shoulder. Head, nose, chin, cheek, ear, neck, shoulder. You all have to speak up. Please unmute yourself. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, go from right first and then left. Retreat.
Head, nose, chin, cheek,
chin,
ear,
cheek,
nose,
shoulder,
head, nose, cheek,
head,
chin, ear,
neck,
nose,
shoulder,
head, nose,
head,
cheek,
nose,
chin,
cheek,
ear, nose, shoulder.
shoulder.
Neck, shoulder,
Ear, neck, shoulder, head, nose,
head,
chin, cheek. I can't hear.
nose, chin, cheek,
Only
ear,
Mohit
Head,
is
nose, chin,
incorporating
cheek,
some more.
ear.
Who does
Head,
it?
nose, chin,
Okay,
head,
cheek,
that's
ear.
what's all.
Head, nose, chin,
head,
Beautiful.
cheek, ear. Head,
nose,
nose, chin,
Last
cheek,
time the
ear. Head,
first
nose,
one.
cheek,
chin,
Head,
cheek,
nose, chin,
ear.
ear,
ear,
neck, shoulder.
neck,
Head, nose,
Head,
chin,
shoulder,
nose,
cheek, ear, neck,
chin,
shoulder.
cheek,
Head,
head,
nose, come on fast.
nose,
head, nose, chin,
Wonderful.
chin,
cheek, shoulder.
chin,
Head,
cheek,
Head,
nose,
nose,
chin,
chin,
cheek,
ear,
shoulder.
neck,
Head,
ear,
nose,
shoulder.
nose,
chin, cheek,
Head,
shoulder,
nose,
shoulder.
chin,
Head, nose,
neck,
chin,
head,
cheek,
shoulder.
nose,
shoulder.
chin,
Head, nose,
cheek,
chin, cheek,
Super.
shoulder. Head, nose, chin, cheek,
head,
shoulder.
nose,
Lovely,
chin,
super.
cheek.
Outstanding. So it's focus building exercise by pointing your, pressing your respective things. You are reminding yourself that head, nose, chin is for smile, right? So I'll tell you what are the things which you'll get out of it. However, the first thing is to do it, right? Second thing is the exercise where I want everyone to work on their gestures. This is called as hand gesture exercise. What do? We do it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 class. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 class. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 class. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 class. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 class. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 class. So now with this, everyone, just make sure you do. So there's a beautiful exercise, which is tongue rotation 1. I'm so sorry, everybody. My nephew is troubling me, so I will have to take few minutes out. He is not listening at all. Just allow me 2 minutes time. I'll be back. Till then, everyone, I hand over the moderator. I apologize for the inconvenience caused because he's like, can't help it. I'm so sorry. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure. So I guess our hot seat session takes a precedence here. So I'll go ahead with my first question for keeping our boss on the spot. So very wonderful question came in. So what is one daily practice that keeps Mr. Mohit Swani calm in the storm? So what is one daily practice that keeps Mohit Swani calm in the storm?
Okay, fantastic question, Neetal. And I have to say that this activity that you are going to do today has given me nightmares. I was getting all sorts of questions in my dreams. Okay, what is one thing I do which keeps me stay calm? It's anybody's guess. A lot of us, most of us know it, but not many do it. I meditate for 15 minutes every day without fail. And what that meditation means is that I focus my attention on just one thing for 15
Nice.
minutes. No, try to focus on that, avoid listening or letting my thoughts go wild. Just focus on one point, and it really helps me in staying calm. Although, like everybody, I'm human being, so I don't know how often I can do that, but with that meditation practice, I hope I can continue to stay calm.
That's amazing. So next question. So what practice Mohit does to keep himself motivated to be in the leadership role? What practice Mohit does to keep himself motivated in the leadership role?
What do I do to keep myself motivated in the leadership role? I think I try to look at the outcomes rather than the individuals. So I try to ensure that the people who are in the team, sometimes they may want to do their best for XYZ reason they can't. So I try to find out, I try to give them benefit of the doubt. I mean, to put it very simply, I try to give them benefit of the doubt. If somebody says that I can't make it to the meeting today, I would really believe that the person has something urgent that has come up. So let's do the next best thing. I'm very fond of the next best thing. And that keeps me motivated because we are able to achieve the outcomes as a team. And I believe that also helps the team develop a sense of trust and belonging because they know that we were able to achieve the outcome. It doesn't matter if I do it or you do it. So I'm very fond of the next best thing that can be done in any situation. And that keeps me motivated because we are able to achieve the outcomes.
That's amazing. So I'll give a chance to open audience this time to unmute yourself and ask a question. Anyone want to take the
I will take
chance?
first. So Mohit, my question is, what is your sleeping pattern? Because on WhatsApp, I seen the last message on the WhatsApp group is from you, and the first message in the morning is also from you. And how much time do you give yourself in writing and reading every day?
There was a little bit of connection issue. Can you summarize again for me the question?
Okay, yeah, Mohit. Okay. So my question is, what is your sleeping pattern? Because on WhatsApp, on our group, we see the last message in the night and the first message in the morning and very early morning.
Okay.
It's breaking for Mohit. Yeah, it's breaking for Mohit.
I think I get the question. So it's like how much time do I sleep and how is it that I'm constantly throwing around messages late in the
Yes,
night, in the morning? Okay.
right.
So one of the things that I have learned over time is that it's an integrated life, our work life, our Toastmasters life, our personal life. I've integrated it all very closely together. Are you able to hear?
Yeah.
Lot of internet break from your side.
I think
It's a
try
lot of
to
break
just
actually from your side. Can you change the
stop your
connectivity or
video
something?
and you can speak, Mohit. I think that will give us some more bandwidth.
Yeah, probably. But we would
Okay.
love to see you.
No, join in from a backup device. We want to see your expressions. You're on the spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's fine.
So
I'll join
Toastmaster
from
Dipti also will get a chance to
Thanks,
ask a critical
Toastmaster
question she
Dipti,
always wanted to ask.
and for backing up.
Yeah, so I have integrated my life, and I've seen that earlier I used to keep my Toastmasters life separate from my work life, and now I've integrated it all together. So a lot of what I do here actually ends up doing well in the work front also. Right? That's what I have realized. So these messages and these daily writing practices, these this sense of bringing the teams together, which is what I want to do in my Toastmasters world, is exactly what I do in my work front also as a project manager. So I learn in the process and I'm able to actually make time for myself. So I do sleep very nicely for about 7 hours every day. And I have a very relaxed and peaceful sleep because I think that as a team, we are able to get things done. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, Mohit.
Yes.
Thank you.
So one question from my side. So the ones I asked were from the audience. So what's one thing your family or friends tease you about? What is one thing that your family or friends tease you about?
Okay. My friends have teased me about the way I walk, and they've teased me a lot about my hair. My hair used to be like that, like for the most part of my life. It used to be keeping on falling on my forehead. So they, they would make fun of me a lot. And also the way I walk, my gait is what they make fun about. Initially, I used to feel that I'm not good enough and there is something wrong in the way I appear. But again, Toastmasters has taught me to look at the substance of what we are trying to speak rather than our physical appearance. Yes, physical appearance matters, and I have tried to put some gel to get my hair go back. Similarly, I have improved my gait over a period of time, I think. But more than anything else, I focus on the work that I do than these physical aspects. They still make fun of me, and I'm like, okay now.
That's amazing. So we'll continue with this session. Quick check if our expert session speaker is back. Seema, you're there?
Yes, I am there.
Can start with the session directly now.
Thank you.
So we'll keep it for 15 minutes.
Sure.
Thanks, Mohit. Thanks. That's what a wonderful conversation, and we'll keep continuing.
Thank you so much, Neetal, for beautifully handling. At the same time, it really reflects the teamwork. So again, thank you so much, Mohit sir, too. So with this, I would appreciate and would like to give them a huge round of applause because friend in need is a friend indeed. Now with this, I would further go on. I would start from the beginning itself, everyone, as you all are familiar. So let's quickly do it. First is normal, second is little fast, and third is the fastest one. Focus building exercise. Let's do it together. And I want everyone to unmute and palm on. More ready? So head, nose, chin, cheek, ear, neck, shoulder. Head, nose, chin, cheek, ear, neck, shoulder.
Head,
Come
nose,
on.
chin,
Chin,
cheek,
cheek,
ear, shoulder.
ear,
Head, nose,
shoulder.
chin,
Head, neck,
cheek,
shoulder,
ear, shoulder. Head,
Head,
nose,
nose,
chin,
Good,
cheek,
Neetal.
cheek,
ear,
ear,
shoulder.
Chin,
Head,
cheek,
shoulder.
nose,
ear,
chin, cheek, ear,
Nose,
shoulder. Head,
fast.
nose,
Head,
chin, cheek,
nose,
ear, shoulder. Head, nose,
chin,
chin,
ear, neck,
cheek,
cheek,
shoulder.
ear,
Head,
shoulder.
nose,
shoulder.
chin,
Nose, chin,
neck,
cheek,
shoulder.
ear,
Nose,
Head,
shoulder.
chin,
nose,
Head,
chin,
nose,
cheek, ear,
chin,
neck, shoulder.
ear,
Deepak,
shoulder.
speak
Head,
up.
nose,
Head,
chin,
nose,
cheek,
chin,
cheek,
ear,
cheek,
and
shoulder.
ear,
Head,
shoulder.
neck,
nose,
shoulder.
Nose,
chin,
Head,
chin,
cheek,
chin,
cheek,
cheek,
ear,
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 shoulder.
neck,
cheek,
shoulder.
Head, nose,
Head,
nose,
nose,
chin, cheek,
chin, cheek,
ear,
ear,
shoulder.
neck,
nose.
shoulder.
Head, nose,
Fastest
chin,
one.
cheek,
Head, nose,
shoulder.
chin,
Head,
Nose,
cheek,
chin,
nose,
ear,
cheek,
chin,
neck,
ear,
cheek,
nose,
shoulder.
ear,
shoulder.
head,
Nose, chin, cheek,
Nose,
ear,
chin,
neck,
ear,
cheek,
shoulder.
shoulder.
Head,
Head, nose, chin,
ear, neck,
cheek,
shoulder.
ear, and shoulder.
Head, nose,
Head,
chin,
nose,
cheek,
chin,
ear,
cheek,
neck, shoulder.
and
Mohit sir,
shoulder.
job
Head,
doing.
nose, chin, cheek, ear,
So
shoulder.
let's
Head,
clap for
nose, chin,
yourselves,
cheek, ear,
everybody.
shoulder.
Superb. Done. Yes. So now you are a little late, Mohit sir, but yes, I must say most of you were participating. So good, good. Even Mohit sir also participated. So through this, you get activated. Okay, your neuros get activated. It's very important to be focused, and by this, you are reminding yourself that to be present in the moment. Is a focus. Second one was effective hand gesture exercise. So it's all about not flinging your hands in the air, okay? It's again effectively using your hand gesture. So hence moving forward, right? So first we all know clasping hands, it's all should be we all know hand gestures should be used between your shoulder to waistline, should not be below that, right? And should not be too flinging in the air, right? So we are clasping our hand on our left, we have right, and we are going to do the thing that we have done already. We are going to count, okay, till 30 moves we are going to do with clasp hand. Ready? Let's do it together as we have already done. I'm sure we all have understood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, clasp. 6, 9, 10, clasp. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, clasp. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, clasp. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, class. Speak up, guys. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, class. Beautiful. Let's clap for yourself. And now let's move on. The very important one that we have done already. Yes. Just rotating the tongue. Yes. So how are we going to do? Three times. Okay. Beautiful. Now massage it. Massage it. Massage it. So by this, my dear fellow Toastmasters, your speech will become better. Even if anyone is struggling with clarity of speech, that would further become better. Right? It is quite an effective exercise. We call it tongue rotation one. So some people who have problem while depicting things or expressing through actually overpower that. Now with this, let's keep moving. So everyone, let's talk about the beautiful principle that we have. Yes, my dear ladies and gentlemen, do you all know that 63% of employees, if they are contribute positively to the organization? Hence, it's quintessential to understand the importance to appreciate the efforts of the person. I'm sure all of you must be a part of a team, professionally or personally. We all are leading. Yes or no? How many of you are leaders? Raise your hands. Leaders by title, leaders by without title. Okay. And I hope you all agree with me with the quote that I stated, employees who feel appreciated are 63% more productive and they report higher levels of job satisfaction. And why are we doing this respective module? Why this principle matters the most? Well, we all know that if someone is appreciated, he or she is going to bring the best to the world, the professional world, right? Where we all want to rise and shine. So by this, what will happen? It will boost the morale and motivation of employees. It will build trust and respect among the team members. It will also encourage a positive work environment, which is again crucial. It will foster open communication where every team member will understand that he or she is being valued and respected. Hence, they will come in, ask questions, and seek feedback. It will drive higher performance. So, my dear ladies and gentlemen and fellow Toastmasters, there's a reason behind everything. What is the objective as far as appreciating and criticizing in private is concerned? Well, appreciating in public has an objective which is to recognize and celebrate achievements, and criticizing in private has an objective, that is to provide not unnecessary criticism, rather to provide critic which should be constructive. I mean constructive feedback for improvement. What will be the effect on team members. So if the leaders or the team members are going to be appreciated by the leaders or the people who are in senior positions, by this, as I stated, it would enhance their, someone is going to be criticized in private, what will happen? By this, encourage out damaging the self-esteem. There is impact on team culture. So you must have noticed if in the team a person is being appreciated, then what does it do? Mohit sir, it builds a positive and supportive culture. I hope you would agree. Timing is also going to be what? Effectively used. Timing. So during team meetings, even or shared communication, one can do this. Reinforce desired behavior and team loyalty, which is hard to see. And if someone is going to be given criticism, Deepti ma'am, it will maintain respect, trust within the team. One-on-one sessions or private discussions would enable improvements while preserving dignity. Now, how can one apply this? First and foremost, observe and recognize efforts. Regularly observe your team members' efforts and their achievements. Be on lookout for actions and align with the team goals. Are they aligning or the values? And make a note to recognize these moments. Choose the right moment and platform for appreciation. Create a private and supportive setting for criticism. When providing criticism, ensure privacy and approach the discussion with empathy. Can anyone tell me what is empathy? Anyone? Which is quite important in today's era and otherwise also in order to have a win-win
Just
situation.
putting yourself in the same situation, in the same boat where the next person is. Feel the same, the next is.
Exactly. So it's actually feeling someone's pain as if you're. So let's give Ravinder a huge round of applause for answering. Wonderful. And then remember, my dear fellow members, follow up. And also remember, be specific in both appreciating and criticism. Leaders have the quality. They are clear, they are specific. And yes, we all know the power of words. So appreciate. You can inspire some of the examples which I'm going to tell everyone. If you wish, you can make a note of it. Outstanding. Your work on this project has been outstanding, exceptional. That was an exceptional idea you presented. Innovative, reliable, proactive, collaborative. Thank you for fostering such a collaborative environment. Creative. Your creative solutions are deriving amazing results. And last but not the least, motivational. Your enthusiasm is truly motivational for everyone. Trust you, my dear fellow members, if we are going to use these beautiful words, you see the magic in your respective places, and you will touch the another level of your respective heights or say accomplishments. Replace negative criticism. Can be the right way to say it. Let's explore ways we align with expectations next time. Instead of saying this is wrong, what can we say? Here's a suggestion to improve this further. You're not listening. Instead of saying that, what can we say? Let's focus on active listening to improve communication. You're always late. One should not be directly blamed, no? So, what can be the right way? Punctuality is important for our progress. How can we improve on? this? Instead of saying you are not a team player, what can we say? Collaboration is key. Let's work on finding ways to contribute effectively. Remember, these terminologies would shape communication. It will help the environment of the respective place, which will build morale, encourage growth, foster trust, enhance relations, and promote the most important thing, productivity. We all are leaders and we are meant for solutions, we are meant for research. So, by practicing all these consistently, one can transform effective feedback. And we all know when effective feedback is given and received by every interaction, every step will move towards growth and success. Now, with this, it would further help you in personal relationships also, because we all know that effective positive feedback can definitely enhance our communication as well as it opens the door for heart-to-heart conversation in an effective manner, hence depositing in each other. So when one is depositing, not withdrawing, everyone is bound to shine and rise like the sun. Now with this, everyone, some more performance-based appreciation lines I'm going to say. I'm thrilled to see the impressive results of our last quarter. And Mohit sir, you have done a great job. You have played a major role in it. So he has so well. So like this, we can definitely encourage the performance, the person who is putting heart and soul to the work, who is making sure going extra mile and bringing the best to the respective organization. And creatively, we can initiate by the leaders, the person whosoever has initiated, because leaders are those who initiate first. And I can see there are many. We all know consistency and reliability is a must in order to have the success like the sun. Like everyone has to shine and rise together only. So, how can one say someone who is consistently performing and who is reliable? A special shoot out. Sorry for my pronunciation today. God bless me. A special shout out to Ravinder Malik for being a pillar of reliability on this team. Your consistent hard work doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you so much. So, by this, we can give him or her a huge round of applause. I have chosen the name of some of you, right? And last but not the least, I would say every team needs someone like Neetal, someone who always shows up and gives her best. Thank you so much, Neetal, for that person. You're truly inspiring everybody. So these are some ways by which and which I really mean it, what I have seen throughout this journey. I hope I am saying the right thing. Everyone is a contributor, but people who have been consistent, supportive, and collaborative, they are bringing the collaborative spirit. Hence, they must be recognized. They must be appreciated. And some of the exercises which I have already mentioned in order to being focused. At the same time, when it comes to criticizing, we have to make sure that we identify the moments when we are going to appreciate it. For example, each day make a note of things like your team is contributing. You have to reflect on how they are contributing. So acknowledge their impacts on the team members, right? And constructive feedback should be preparation. It should not be out of the blue straight away. It should be like one should choose the place, one should make sure that has the scenario one has recently encountered, and write down how you feel and how would frame you effectively so that you would focus on the improvement part. And you will also may keep in mind that you are going to focus on privacy, empathy, and solutions. Because we are not here to attack the person. We are here to look at the behavior and then, of course, look for solution without hurting anyone's self-esteem. Practice refraining criticism As far as possible, hold your horses. Do not just go and straightforward say things, which is again, I would say. So remember, if you're going to give in private, you observe the person and you see the change. Also, focus on your tone. Remember, people don't understand anything, they understand tone. Tone is what? How did you do it? That's the way to do it? How did you do it? That's the way to do it. You see how tone can change everything. So pay attention to the tone because you have to bring the solution, right? Now, make sure you are weekly reflecting on everything, appreciation as well as criticism. Create a recognition calendar. Set aside one day each week or month to publicly acknowledge the efforts of different team members. It will enforce or reinforce a culture of appreciation without overlooking anyone because everyone should be appreciated for the efforts and should be given the right feedback. Now, with this, everyone, I'm going to talk about one of the very important, yes, stories that I have heard, which I'm going to tell to everyone. There are different kinds of, and it's actually a very big presentation. So just to uh, finish the things on time, because I know there are other things which were supposed to be taken. So I'm just going to tell you a story. But before that, let me tell a few do's and don'ts so that we can have a note of things in order to give an effective or guide to effective feedback. What are they? Number one, do's of criticism, be specific. Clearly explain the issue or behavior you are addressing. Why? Make sure you're explaining the why also. Why there's a need for improvement to prevent ambiguity. Example, instead of saying your report was bad, what can one say? The report could be improved by including more data. So, time. Here also we have to focus on what to do, focus on actions or outcomes, not personal traits. Why? Critiquing the behavior avoids making it personal, keeping the discussion professional and constructive. Example, your tone in the email seemed rushed, which might have been misinterpreted instead of you're rude. Use a supportive tone, very, very important. I would say it would further add on to your personal life also. So if you have supportive tone, again, deliver a feedback in a calm and understanding tone. A supportive tone shows that you have intent or your intent is to help, not to harm. Foster a positive response. Example, I know you are capable of improving this aspect. I'm here to support you. Number four, provide solutions. Offer actionable steps or suggestions to address the issue. Why? Solutions empower the recipient to take corrective actions and feel supportive. For example, to improve the presentation, try using more visuals to make your point clearer. Time it right. Choose an appropriate time, setting for delivering criticism. Providing feedback in the right moment ensures the recipient is open to listening and avoids unnecessary embarrassment. Example, critique privately after a meeting rather than in front of others. These are again pearls of wisdoms. If followed, would definitely help. And don'ts of criticism, don't be vague. What to avoid? Unclear feedback. Do better next time. No. Show a way forward. Vagueness leaves the recipient confused about what they need to improve. Remember, I told you, be specific. For example, focus on checking grammar errors before submitting your work. Don't criticize in public. Providing negative feedback in front of others is an embarrassment or maybe a personal hurt a person is going to feel. Remember, it can cause what? Embarrassment, resentment, defensiveness. So instead of that, always address sensitive topics in private. Don't overload with negativity. Very important. Address one issue at a time, keeping the conversation focused. Don't ignore positive aspects. This is something we all have to keep in mind because you know what? Only pointing out flaws without acknowledging strengths, ignoring positive, demoralizes the recipient and undermines their confidence. What to do instead? Balance criticism with recognition of what was done well. Don't make it personal. Very important, my dear fellow members. What to avoid? Using criticism as a platform to vent personal frustrations. Why? Personal attacks damage trust and can escalate conflicts. What one can do instead? Stick to the facts and maintain professionalism. So, do's and don'ts again for everyone's benefit. For do's, be specific about the issue, criticize the behavior, not the person, use a supportive tone, provide actionable solutions, choose the right time and settings. Don't avoid vague feedback, don't make it personal, avoid harsh or sarcastic delivery, don't overload with negativity, never criticize in public. So, key takeaways from this respective presentation is constructive criticism is a skill that requires thoughtfulness, respect, and clarity. It's my favorite. I repeat, thoughtfulness, respect, clarity. Always aim to help the recipient grow while maintaining their dignity and self esteem. Balancing critique with encouragement and actionable solutions leads to positive outcomes. By mastering do's and don'ts, you can transform criticism into a tool for growth and collaboration, fostering stronger relationships and better results. So, what to say, what not to say? What to say while being criticized? So, I just take one or two examples from here. Deepak sir, if someone says something to you which is not so good, right? So if you are being criticized, just imagine at professional domain or your professional, like this is not the right way to handle the things. How would you respond, Deepak sir, or anyone? How would one answer or respond to the management or the leader or the senior management if someone is not being given feedback in a constructive manner? How would you answer? Tell me. Anyone?
I think everyone know how good they are and what work they are doing. As per my experience, I know how good I am, what I am doing, right? If I'm getting the negative feedback, obviously then I have to prove. No, I think if we won't stop the next person and they are giving us the wrong feedback, then we have to stop and let them know with some proof, right?
How are you going to
So
stop that? What would you say?
I will say, okay, I think there is some misconception, miscommunication is there. This work is being done by me because we have the email chains and lot of things are there which we are doing ourselves. And because in corporate or everywhere, the other people get the benefit of your work because might be they are with the top people. You are doing the background work, they are taking from you and showing that, right? Sometimes for the same work, they will come to you and ask, you are not doing anything. Then you have to speak out, you have to speak loud. No, I am doing all these things, and we have to stop all that nonsense.
Okay. All right. So I appreciate your answer. However, at workplace we can't shout and we can't be rude because see
Not
you need
shout and rude. No, loud means you have to raise your voice, you have to keep your points.
Yes, absolutely right, Ravinder sir. But if one is going to be little, raising voice, We all need to go together with them. So how can we, like, of course, what you said is relevant, but as far as we have to be professional, we can't show our, emotional side to the people, because we know they are going to take us for granted. And being a team member, one has to go with the flow. We have to work with people who like us. We have to work with people who do not like us. We have to go together because everyone has to move on. That's what team is, right? The environment is quite challenging. So how one can effectively speak up would be, thank you for the feedback. Can you provide an example? I see your point. If someone, gives, like, for example, instead of saying, yes, that's not fair, it is wrong, I have been putting a lot of efforts. How can you say like that? You cannot, because that's not the culture at the workplace. So how can one say, thank you for the feedback? Can you provide an example, please? So when one says, thank you for the feedback, it shows what? It shows that one is showcasing maturity and gratitude for the effort that someone took to share their thoughts, because we don't know what we are doing good and we are not doing so good. If we are not reaching our set goals, maybe something going wrong, right? Hence we have to introspect. But then of course we have been putting hard efforts, right? We are putting our best. So how can one tactfully solve this? By being soft in tone and using these beautiful phrases. So thank you so much for the feedback. Can you provide an example, right? Or certainly, I'll do to improve. I'll work on myself. Is there anything else would you like to recommend? I'll reflect on this and certainly get back to you. Right? Oh my God, it's more than 30 minutes. So with this, everyone, I had to, I couldn't realize. I hope this session was meaningful for everyone. And there's one story, I'll take only 1 minute for everyone's benefit, okay? So instead of saying that's not true, someone else also does it, use this. Thank you so much for your feedback. Can you provide a solution to me, right? And the story that I wanted to say would give next time, then okay? So don't use such statements like, this is not fair, I don't care about your opinion, you don't demonstrate the whole picture. Instead, one can say, thank you so much for the feedback. Can you provide me an example? Like that. Be soft and follow the principle, appreciate in public and criticize in person, like my dear timer did, right? With this, thank you so much. Over to all of you. I hope this session was meaningful. Thank you. The moderator.
Thank you, Seema. Thank you, Toastmaster Seema. That was a wonderful session. But I have a quite opposite view. I don't believe in appreciating in public for one individual person or criticize anyone in private. It depends on the situation and it's a tricky thing to deal with. So that's my opinion and how I deal with in my organization. So moving forward, we will have a Q&A session if required at the end. If someone has any questions for Toastmaster Seema, please write it down. If we have time, we'll take it up. With this, now we will move to our first second session of the Toastmaster meeting, that is prepared speech. So today we have one speaker. We have a speaker, Toastmaster Megha. So before inviting Toastmaster Megha, I would like to hand over the stage to her evaluator, Toastmaster Mehak, to give an purpose and level of the speech. So over to you, Toastmaster Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Neetal. Good morning, everyone. I am Mehak and I am the evaluator for Toastmasters Mega Speech. The purpose of the project is for the speaker to learn or review the basic methods of writing a speech that is with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized and the speech on any topic. The title of her speech is A Simple Shift. The project that she is following is Project 2 from Level 1 and the pathway is Strategic Relationship. Timer, please note that the timing for the speech would be 5 to 7 minutes. I wish the speaker all the very best. Back to you, Toastmaster Neetal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehak. So Toastmaster Megha, a quick audio video check. Video is visible on audio. It's a wonderful day.
It's a wonderful day.
Great. So Toastmaster Megha, a simple shift. A simple shift, Toastmaster Megha.
How many of us are having the habit of either watching TV or scrolling cell phones while having our meals? Have you ever noticed that our mind is in continuous race ahead of thinking and planning next meeting, next task, next engagement, always wondering what's next? I know it very well as I have been through it. Before a few months, my husband Tejas was playing with our daughter Hiva, a 2-year-old toddler. They both were having a delightful time as Tejas taught her how to jump. After a few attempts, she got succeeded in learning how to jump, and she was thrilled. Excitedly, she ran into the kitchen to share her little victory with me. At that moment, I was cooking, but I was preoccupied in my own thoughts of planning my next task and meeting. She called out twice, but I failed to respond to her as I was consumed in my own thoughts. She tapped my hand and ran away disappointedly, stumbled out of my thoughts just to realize that I missed something beautiful happening right in my own house. As in the drawing room, Tejas and Hiva were dancing and blowing bubbles to celebrate her little victory. This realization hit me hard that how can I miss something wonderful or beautiful happening in my house? Just I was occupied in my own thoughts. Later in the evening, I talked about the same with my husband Tejas. With his usual smile on his face, he simply replied, "You need to be more mindful." And that set me on my journey of discovering the mindfulness. I started researching it, reading articles, watching videos, and wanted to learn what exactly it means. Dr. Tracy Marks, a psychologist I came across, she explains mindfulness as being fully present in the moment and paying attention to the environment, activities, and thoughts in a neutral and non-judgmental way. She further says that it to be fully present or an intentional focusing on the things, being present in the surrounding and blocking out any other thing. You might be wondering, what's too bad in thinking ahead? We are just planning our next task, but our mind do need rest. Thinking ahead or overthinking makes our mind restless and resulting into stress, anxiety, insomnia, and many more. On the other hand, mindfulness doesn't mean to stop thinking altogether. It means channelizing our thoughts in a controlled and positive manner. Confused? Let me give some illustration. Imagine you are returning from the work to your home, and meanwhile you noticed a delivery cart or delivery truck, and your mind start jumping on the wish list items which are pending in your online cart. Then it thinks about your budget or your income. Then back to your office, your manager, your work culture, the deadlines you need to move, and suddenly you are overwhelmed. All this have stemmed out by just observing a delivery truck. Isn't it? On the contradictory to this, what mindful thinking can be. It can be observing the glossy paint of the truck, listening to the sound of the horn, the speed of the truck, and observing the surrounding. This will make you grounded and prevent your mind from spinning out. Isn't it? To me, mindfulness I have always embraced as a simple shift. A shift from thinking what next to thinking and focusing on what's now. To be honest, I have achieved many good results, like reduction in stress, anxiety, and have built a strong emotional bond with Hiva. Even I have achieved intelligible ability to transform my moments with her into something beautiful. Mindfulness can be as simple as savoring your meal. Just imagine or just focus on the texture of each dish present in your meal. Enjoy its aroma, its flavor. Even you can notice how many times you have chewed before it got swallowed. And notice the hidden magic present in this simple shift. It may help in reducing the stress and anxiety and make you more peace. So the next time, whenever you have your meal after this meeting, try this simple shift and uncover the hidden magic of peace and reduction in stress in your life. Thank you, and over to you, moderator of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Megha. That was amazing. So we'll give 1 minute to all of you to give a feedback to our wonderful speaker of the day, Toastmaster Megha. So timer, please let us know once 1 minute is done. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. So now we will move to our next session of the meeting, that is table topics. So our table topic master for today is Manan Sharma. So a quick intro of Manan Sharma. Manan Sharma works with Deloitte. So we are colleagues. Great to know. He's a relationship manager for learning design services. He was part of Toastmasters Club, lead Toastmaster Club, and is looking forward to start his journey again. And his interest includes travel, reading, and observing new experiences. So warm welcome, Manan Sharma, Toastmaster Manan Sharma, and I'll hand over the stage to you for the table topic session.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Neetal, for this warm and wonderful introduction. And hello, fellow Toastmasters, once again from my side. We've heard wonderful speakers in the form of Seema and our prepared speech speaker Megha, and we have learned some really important lessons about leadership. And to me personally, I think leadership is not a destination, it's a journey that we take each and every day, right? Each and every day, we have to build ourselves to be leaders in things that we are doing and things that we want to achieve in our lives. So today, through table topics, I want to hear the stories, experiences, and insights from you all about the leadership experiences that you have. So please buckle up as I'm going to throw the first topic on the table, and please show a raise of hands if you would like to take up the first topic, or I'll have to just pick people randomly. So who wants to go first? Okay, so I do have a hand raised by Toastmaster Ilios, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
Hello. Yes.
Okay, so Toastmaster Ilios, your first topic would be what leadership means to you. What leadership means to you, Toastmaster Ilios.
Am I audible, visible before I start? Give me reaction. Okay. Let's start. Leadership. This word comes out from our mouth several times when we learn from Toastmasters. Because Toastmasters say where leaders are made. But yes, let me help you to have an indelible experience to become a leader. When I appointed as a leader, I always come into the beat the clock principle. I break down the schedules, the agenda, the checklist, what to do, just to make sure that I'm an indelible leader. Because I always try to beat the clock every single time. So I will make like 3 months preparation and then 6 months planning. And then the last is 1 year for the full term, what I'm expecting to be in the end. Because we should be started from the end. And after you know what is the outcome of your leadership, it defines you, how you can start it. And don't forget to start it with why. That's why when I come into Toastmasters, when I lead my team, I ask them, why you join Toastmasters? And I have this indelible memories with some of my mentee, and they say that I would like to beat the clock to complete, to become the TTM and complete the pathways so I can have more experience to become a public speaker and so leaders for sure. And during this journey, I have mentored a lot, and hopefully that I can create leader, because leaders create leaders. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ilios, for that indelible response to the question and letting us know that it's really important to know your why if you want to become a leader in things that you want to lead. Wonderfully said and wonderfully put up together. So for next table topic, I would like to request Toastmaster Deepak to please be on the podium. And topic for Toastmaster Deepak would be describe a moment when you had to step up as a leader unexpectedly. Describe a moment when you had to step up as a leader unexpectedly.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manan. So it's recent example in my organization. So I was not the leader, but some exercise which was not fulfilled by the concerned team or concerned person. Hence, the manager of that product had given me that opportunity. Can you lead this and give the good output, because we had to receive the proposed output which we have for that project. So this is something stretch for me, and I also don't want to be in that project, but somehow I have that opportunity, and I want to encash that opportunity, and I took that project. And once I took, yes, it's overburden for me, because it's took loads of time other than from my job. But once I delivered that project, and the feedback and the recognition, that stretch, so it's given me the positive things. So as a leader to any organization or to any person, so it's definitely a success for us, and it's give us lots of learning. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Manan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepak, for sharing your anecdote with us. Unexpected situations sometimes push us to take that leader, which is there already inside us, to come up front and take the driving seat. So we should always embrace these unexpected challenges and take them heads on. Thank you so much for your thoughts. So for next table topic, I would request Toastmaster Ujjwal to please come on the podium. And topic for Toastmaster Deepak would be, who is the best leader you have ever known and why? Who is the best leader you have ever known and why? Toastmaster Deepak. Ujjwal, sorry.
The leader is the one who shows you the path to your journey of your professional and personal goals, who himself has experience on walking those pathways or had experienced it themselves also. For me, the leader, my best leader, is the one who guided me in my professional world, my ex-bosses, who showed me how to be successful, how to take your daily routines, how to talk to the customers, uh, how to earn the respect in the market, how to be honest, how to be ethical for a long-term journey, so that you can be successful in your life. While likewise also at home, for personal guidance, my leader is my mother, who guided me at my difficult times also. So for me, my best known leaders are my mother and my ex-boss. Thank you.
Wonderfully put together, Toastmaster Ujjwals. Our mothers are the leaders of household, and they play a really important role in shaping up our personalities and how we function. So very well said there. So I would like to request raise of hands once again, who would like to take the next topic. I do see we have guest Prashant with us. So Prashant, would you like to take up the next topic? I mean, now so that you know the drill, would you like to take the next topic?
Sure.
Okay, wonderful. So Prashant, the topic for you would be, what's that one leadership skill you think is often overlooked? What's that one leadership you think is often overlooked? Yes, Prashant.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Naman, for this wonderful opportunity to speak. And I think one of the qualities that of a leader is overlooked is empathy. So I would like to make my point with a small story. and in my current organization, there was this newly elected VP in the organization, and this guy was so polite, so empathetic, so sympathyful guy that whenever any troubles happens in this particular department or say in the entire organization, he was very calm and composed. He never used to scold anyone in any people in that particular organization, and I have seen that being empathetic, being sympathetic, or being normal person, people take advantage of that particular trait. And I have seen this guy in a longer term that this simple quality of that leadership, that particular guy was so good, was so I would say adding value to his and his entire company, that he is now you know transferred to another organization where he's leading at a better position, right? In my own circle, I came to know that people were doing some saying some wrong words to this guy, that he's very I would say loose kind of person. He don't scolds or something like that. But in a bigger picture, when you check that, when a person is very simple, sympathetic, and he's very calm, when he knows that he or she has done a very wrong work at the in a project, he still is comforting you, telling you good things about you. It's a skill that should be praised, that should be I would say highlighted in the organization, rather than keeping a subject of talking that he cannot deal with tough situations and all stuff like that. So I think in a leadership, sympathy, being a cool and calm person is something that should be cherished, that should be I would say should be talked more about this, rather than keeping it that he can't handle a war situation or a tough situation. What do you think, Naman Sharma, in that case?
Thank you so much, Prashant, for sharing your thoughts. And I totally resonate with you. I also believe that empathy is a superpower, right? The ability to feel other person's emotions and ability to think through by placing yourself in their shoes, I think it's a superpower. And as you mentioned, that we a lot of time do expect people to be little tougher, little harsher, little rough when they are leading, but we only appreciate all of these things if we are not at the receiving end of all of these situations. But if we are at the receiving end of it all, we would expect them to be understanding and to be empathetic towards us, right? So wonderfully put together. For the next topic, I would like to request, okay, let me see. Satish, would you like to take the next topic?
Yes, away.
Okay. No worries. Any other last volunteer, because this is going to be our last table topic of the day.
Okay, if no one else, then I can pick it up.
Okay, sure, Toastmaster Deepti. Okay, so my topic for you would be, how do you inspire others when the path ahead is uncertain? Inspire others when the path ahead is uncertain, Toastmaster.
Well, it definitely is a tough topic, and even tougher because it has to be broken down into two pieces. First, you'll need to inspire yourself if you're seeing the road ahead is stormy. And then you need to collect your thoughts and inspire or motivate others to take the same route. A few months back, we had a release coming up. Now, the waters were tough, a tough deadline to meet, a tough boss to handle, and a new team. We were all in it together, but my teammates, 2 teammates in a team of 3, were relatively new. I was on the spot. There were changing requirements in the scope of the release. The timelines, as I said, were tough, but we had to deliver. The boss was loud and clear. We have to make it happen. The only thought which helped me motivate myself to conquer or to go on the road ahead was take each day at a time. One step in that day at a time. Celebrate small wins. When I started doing that and calling it out to my team members, they followed suit. And at the end, we were able to meet the deadline, handle the tough boss, and also close the scope of the changing requirements. Only by doing those small things, focusing one step at a time. Thank you, Manan, for that topic.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepti, for sharing your thoughts. And again, I think it's a wonderful thought on, I would say, a wonderful skill to look not at the entire path, but one step at a time and celebrate the small victories. Thank you so much, everybody, for participating in Table Topic session. The main aim of Table Topic session is to put speakers on the spot and develop that ability to think on the spot. So I would request people to please join in Table Topics with full enthusiasm, because that will definitely push you ahead as a speaker. Thank you so much, and back to you, Toastmaster Neetal.
Thank you, Toastmaster. That was
Neetal, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I guess we missed your voice.
to hear now?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was up, I did not realize. Wonderful table topic session. And before we give the stage to the general evaluator, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Mohit for our last round for the hot seats discussion. So you're
Sure.
ready, Toastmaster Mohit? So this will be a
Yes.
quick rapid fire round. You are required to give answers and like what comes on your mind first, not think, not drag it. So quick answers.
Okay.
So these are the topics I collected from our audience and I made it a rapid fire round.
Mhm.
So family, work, mentorship, or TM meetings, which one takes up most of your energy?
Family.
So I guess Toastmaster Deepti is hearing that. Wha-
I have to answer it that way.
One bad habit you wish you could instantly get rid of.
Still procrastination.
Okay.
Although I'm getting better at it, I keep on building stuff over time. So it makes it a little better, right? My work goes in that direction. Anyway, yeah, procrastination.
Where do you get your best ideas? While working, reading, or relaxing?
While relaxing.
Okay. Funniest excuse you have ever used to skip a meeting?
Have I ever missed a meeting?
Not Toastmaster, any meeting.
I'm actually early for the next meeting, not late for this one. That's what I would say.
If not your current career, what would you be doing?
Anybody's guess, I would be writing full time.
If you were a newspaper headline, what would it say?
Say that again. Sorry, Neetal.
If you were a newspaper headline, what would it say? If you were in a newspaper headline.
Mm, mm, I've written a book. Mohit's book is published.
Nice. Which movie title perfectly describes your life?
Love, love, love.
If you could swap life with anyone for a day, who would it be?
I would not swap my life with anyone, even for a day.
Amazing. Last question. What bold dream or project still on your bucket list?
It's writing that book, which the headline will only be out when I write it, no?
Amazing. So big round of applause for our President Mohit Spani.
Thank you so
So
much, Neetu.
I guess it was fun session and a learning session for every one of you. So with this, I'll hand over the stage to our general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Deepti.
Thank you, Neetal, for that amazing session. Let's get into what is considered most sacred at Toastmasters, the evaluation section. To start off, let's have Toastmaster Mehak on the virtual podium to share her evaluation of our soul speaker's speech. Over to you, Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepti, for having me on stage. First of all, I would really like to appreciate Toastmaster Neetal for having such a beautiful segment. It was totally fun for us to watch Toastmaster Mohit on the hot seat and for you asking such questions from him. I totally love that segment. Thank you. Here's my evaluation for the speaker, Toastmaster Megha. Mindfulness is not about being somewhere else, but being fully present in the moment. Your speech today truly embodied this essence of mindfulness. Firstly, let me congratulate you delivering such a structured and an engaging speech. The way you began with such relatable theme of wandering minds, not being present in the moment fully, captured the attention of the audience, particularly from the start, where you instantly ask the question, do you wander or does your mind wander while you're having meals? Something like this. Before that, you also shared a story with all of us. That was a relatable story about your daughter and your husband, and you not being able to acknowledge the achievement of your daughter because you were busy in your thoughts. The story was truly the icing on the cake for all of the audience because it added a personal touch that made the message memorable as well as relatable. So kudos to you for adding such a beautiful story and engraving it with the unique thought of how to being present in the moment. Additionally, your content worked magic and was wonderful throughout. You skillfully asked the question, what's wrong in thinking ahead? For all of us to think, is it something wrong? I think this question was posed very mindfully for all of us to relate it and to think back, like what is wrong in thinking ahead? To engage the audience, there were certain questions that were being sprinkled here and there. So this was something which worked in favor of you, Toastmaster Megha. So to say, what were the things that you did really well, or what worked in your speech was the structured speech, because it had a clear structure, making it easy to follow and understand. A story to remember, sprinkles of questions, and a powerful message. Second, the relatable content, which was thoughtful as well as engaging. Third is the interactive questions. And last one is your storytelling skills, when you explain a beautiful story about your daughter and your husband. However, there are certain areas for improvement as well, for which I would have two recommendations for you. One is the voice modulation, and the second one is the body language and the confidence. At times, there was a noticeable pressure on certain words that you were putting. For instance, when you emphasized the word horn, there was a lot of pressure that was being put on the word O. To address this, I would recommend you to record your speeches and then listen to those speeches so that you will be able to understand and identify the patterns where you have been putting a lot of pressure on certain words. And the second recommendation, that is the body language and confidence. Your ideas were really strong. The message was very clear. However, there was a certain lack of confidence at areas I could see. So now, for instance, when you're speaking about being fully present in the moment, you could have a strong body language for it, or maybe using a voice modulation or a powerful tone to address this. However, all in all, you gave a very powerful speech with a beautiful story, structured content, and the impactful questions that was being sprinkled in the story. However, you can work upon just two things. One is the voice modulation by recording your speech and listening to it. And the second one is improving your body language and confidence. And I'm sure you are on a way to become a beautiful and a best speaker. Thank you. This was my evaluation. I will present the stage back to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Deep.
Thank you, Mehak. Thank you for that beautiful evaluation of the speech today. I totally am in line with your suggestions as much as the good points that you highlighted from the speaker's speech. Yes, my only thought is that you can also call out the fact that when we are in a virtual meeting, when we're delivering a speech on a virtual podium, sometimes we tend to read and our roving eyes on the screen indicate that we are reading from a script. Now, that just puts the genuineness coming out a little less. So if, Mehak, as an evaluator, you can also suggest to the speaker to internalize the speech. That will be another great suggestion that you can give them to move to the next level. But thank you for the lovely evaluation, and I loved the way you suggested the improvements. Amazing. Thank you, Megha, for your speech today. Thank you, Mehak. Next up, let me call upon the auxiliary role players. And first of all, let's invite our grammarian, Toastmaster Ravinder, on the virtual podium so that they can share their thoughts.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Deepti. Let me share my screen. Please let me know when it's visible. Okay, so our word of the day was indelible and phrase of the day was beat the clock. I just noticed only Deepti used both word of the day and phrase of the day. Deepak used word of the day. Megha also used word of the day. Phrase of the day is only used by Toastmaster Deepti. Thank you. And the few beautiful words spoken by Mohit, cherry on the cake, golden crumb of feedback, procrastination, and from Nital, unlocking curiosity, hot person on hot seat, quirky, and from Deepti, collect the thoughts, focusing one step at a time, and from Mehak, icing on the cake and sprinkle of questions. From Megha, spinning out mindfulness. From Seema, lot of roller coaster, a friend in need is a friend indeed. Clinging in the air, empathy, depositing in each other, criticize the behavior, not the person. Fostering a positive response. And from Manan, all the table topics were wonderful. Thank you. And Ilios use leaders creates leaders. And this two improvement, like saying I raise, it would be I will raise. And second is the not honest, it's honest. Okay, that's all my report from my side. Thank you, everyone. Be mindfulness while speaking. And thanks again. Thank you, Deepti. The podium is over to you.
Thank you, Ravinder. Thank you so much for that report. I loved the idea of presenting a physical report, and it also makes us see that how those simple everyday words can be used effectively and make an indelible impression on the listeners. So thank you for staying a very active listener today, Ravinder. Thank you. Next up, let's call the timer on the virtual podium. Timer, Toastmaster Deepak, please share your report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kriti. So it's pleasure to be here and part of this wonderful meeting. So the major takeaways from this meeting, so that by the expert session is discipline. Discipline in respect to regularity, to honesty, and the timing. Timing, the time limits, and especially when you deliver any speech. So the timing is the must, and the today's as the timer. So I noted down the under the expert session, Toastmaster Seema took 33 minutes 21 seconds. Under the prepared speech, Toastmaster Mega took 6 minutes 55 seconds. Under the table topics, so Toastmaster Ilios took 2 minutes 6 seconds. Toastmaster Deepak took 1 minute 36 seconds. Toastmaster Ujjwal took 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Prasant took 2 minutes 30 seconds. And Toastmaster Deepti took 2 minutes 10 seconds. Under the evaluation, Toastmaster Mehak took 4 minutes 15 seconds. And this is all about the timer reports. I'll share this report to the chat session as well. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Deepti.
Thank you, Deepak, and very gracefully handled timer section today. Especially, I loved the way you communicated the time limit to our expert speaker today. It surely embodied the theme that she was explaining to us today, which is about praising in public and reprimanding in private. Thank you, Deepak, for that lovely demonstration of the principle and its values. Last, not the least, is our R counter. Toastmaster Mohit, please share your report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepti. Hello, everyone. So I'm ready with my reports. Let me share my screen. So that's the report for the day from an R counter perspective. We did have some clutch words and sounds. So you can see your individual counts there. But overall, as a team, we clearly need to improve upon our R's. There is 21 R's that we used as a team in the meeting today. A lot of us have this area of improvement. And we are also using a lot of UNOs. So 7 UNOs were used, and mainly by Deepak and Prashant. I noticed that our favorite words today have been I would say and you know. We have a tendency to repeat these over and over, which makes a pause in the speech and disturbs the speech. So we would notice that we can improve on this area. That's all I have for my report. Handing it over back to you, Toastmaster Deepti.
Thank you so much, Mohit. That scorecard certainly looks scary to me. I would like to throw an idea of keeping this scoreboard as a rolling scoreboard. So maybe the next meeting, somebody else can pick up the R counter and use the same report so that speakers can see whether they're improving or they are going down in their usage the next time, and they can see progress over a couple of meetings. That would be my suggestion. But thank you for graphically presenting or helping us visualize the report. Thank you. Well, it's now my turn. And in the because of paucity of time, I would like to share what were the highlights of the session today. I think the meeting today was certainly indelible. We are targeting to beat the clock and also call out how the meeting today was indelible. Okay, so I noticed 4 highlights today. One was the speech on mindfulness. So much theme with relatable examples to take home. So we covered the subject of mindfulness. We also covered the subject of leadership in the table topics section. There were so many topics related to leadership. Third subject or theme that we covered was, of course, our expert session. Let's all appreciate in public and reprimand in private. And the fourth, an icing on the cake, was know your team member, know your boss. Beautifully arranged questions, wonderfully done. And I loved the spread of questions. Icing on the cake for knowing your boss were the rapid fire questions. I am sure that was a very innovative thought that came in as the last moment. Creatively done, Neetal. Kudos. That was my feedback for today. I certainly do not have any areas of improvement for the meeting today because it was power packed and we covered so much in a matter of 2 hours with all the hiccups that we had. Thank you for being a part of the meeting today, everybody. Over to you, Mohit, as our presiding officer.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Deepti, what a wonderful way to wrap up the session here. Yes, indeed, there were so many learnings from today's session, and it brought in a lot of innovation and new ideas. Like I was saying, I got a nightmare last night with what kind of questions would be asked, but I love it, and I hope you all found it useful as well. Now, before we conclude, one important thing is to fill out the feedback so that we can see what we are doing well and what we can do better. And it's also time we recognize the best role players. So timer, please help me with 1 minute indication, and everybody please put in your valuable feedback using the link that I have just shared. We've been talking a lot about feedback, and this is your time to share your feedback, applying all the learnings that you've gathered in today's session and from last week's session as well, which was also actually about feedback. While we are having the feedback filled out, I would request if anybody would like to come forward and share their views, especially the people who are joining for the first time. Manan, we can probably start with you.
Sure. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit. And I would really say that this entire experience of Toastmasters meeting once again was certainly indelible. And it was wonderful to be back, just to be part of the game once again, and to hear such wonderful speakers. I mean, the experience, as always, was very, very enriching. And I would love to be part of future meetings of this club. I mean, please keep sending me those meeting links, and I would love to join you guys once again. It was a wonderful time spent with everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manan, for sharing that feedback. And we would love to have you keep joining in as much as possible, and perhaps join us as a member as well, if possible. That would be great. All right. 1 minute is over, and I hope everybody has shared their feedback. Anybody else would like to share anything about how they felt from the meeting today while I'm consolidating the results?
So, hi, Mohit. I would love the idea that Diptendu had done last time. So while you consolidate the results, we can take a quick go round robin, quick one takeaway from everybody for the meeting today, from the meeting today. So we can start random. Ujjwal, what was your one takeaway from the meeting? And Mohit, you can give a thumbs up when you're ready.
Sure. Today's tables topics on leaderships was the major takeaway for me.
Awesome. Okay. Neetal, what was your one takeaway?
So as Mohit was having nightmare of answering question, I was having nightmare how would I conduct the session, but I think I did well.
Yes, certainly you
So
did.
it was my first time as moderator, but yeah, I loved it.
Very nice. Awesome. Deepak.
So it's what I told that discipline. So this is something which I
have to follow.
Absolutely, rock on. Ravinder.
Always be at receiver side with politeness when you're receiving the feedback.
Awesome. Megha, your takeaway.
The way when Seema Gupta had to rush to their house and how the team has collaborated and pick it up, that was the major takeaway for me. It is we are the team.
Absolutely. Yes, yes. The openness that Seema showed in sharing her vulnerability is one lesson. And the way
Yes.
Neetal transitioned and took on the stage and filled that gap, I think it certainly shows the trust that we as a team have in each other. Awesome. Very well done.
Yes.
Yes.
So we have the
Yes.
results out now. Oh, I like let Neetal speak, and then we'll share the results.
No, I spoke. I was just clapping.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. So while everybody did well, our audience has their votes in, and that decides our speakers and best role players of the day. So the best speaker naturally goes to Toastmaster Megha. And our best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Mehak. Huge round of applause. The best role player for today goes to our table topics master, Manan. I think he's left the meeting, but that doesn't stop us from clapping for him. Best table topic speech today goes to Toastmaster Deepti. Congratulations. And the best auxiliary role player goes to the R counter, which is me. Thank you so much. And so that we can beat the clock, I think we are 1 minute past the opportunity to beat the clock, but let's close the meeting here. Wish you all a wonderful rest of Sunday, and we'll see you next week. Thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.